And set. Go.
Alright. So, who wants to I can.
Yeah, we have to switch it. I can receive it.
Alright, so I'll watch.
What's the scenario?
I'll observe, or I'll take.
I've noticed over the past well, okay.
So, to better describe the scenario, essentially, I have not been
So I just wanted to make sure everything was going up. So we were talking about
You're supposed to react positive, negative, it doesn't matter. I appreciate your concern, but go through some things that I don't feel not very comfortable. Shouldn't help.
okay.
What are we supposed to do though from there?
So, I guess
I need to do a better job. If you could create great,
Or I'll try again, man. As far as a receiver, maybe saying, like, I appreciate that, like, actively, like, try participate. Just so you know.
that would be really good, actually. You are a manager.
So you're going to get 2 minutes for observation or a minute and a half? Minute? Okay. So if you want, so the person that was observing, if you want to provide information about what you observed during that, we'll allow you that.
Share your feedback.
Share your feedback.
Changing this exercise.
Yeah. Okay. Why did they say no?
play different roles.
Yeah.
What else
Lincoln off.
like altitude?
Yeah.
I think it's around 3,000. Why are you calling it?
All right.
Oh, wow.
What kind of breed?
So rotate your roles and be a different observer, giver, receiver. And go.
Okay. So let's be the observer this time. Again, this going to give it.
Oh, you're gonna give it.
Yeah. Well, he's going to tell me a situation, and I'll try and give it. I'll try to just ad hoc. Okay. Okay.
I just wanted to sit down and talk about
So you're the developer.
what's going on with our project. We got a lot of deadlines, a lot of commitments that we need to meet. It's pretty stressful time, stuff done, and always been one of those go-to people.
I noticed that you're been
Get things done, and lately, you've noticed that some of the things I've taken are able to get
clear
sometimes, and it's great. And it's kind of making things hard for the team members that we're missing. And so I just wondered if there's anything going on, anyone you can help us out. Some things we can do, team.
But I kind of feel like we should be working together.
I thought about it, but I was like,
Yeah, if you haven't wrapped up the second round of feedback, go ahead and have the observers share their observations.
So you and multiple.
Last round, go ahead and I'm the observer. Well, it's actually been kind of the observer both times. Yeah. Yeah.
Project is completed.
Sounds like
The same way you gave before.
Good job giving good positive feedback.
You need to be more specific next time. Stakeholders
I think we have this It's a knockoff.
I had one of my friends, like, they got a Yeti and then they got the, like, knockoff Wolverine. So they put water in ice, same amount of ice, and they left it overnight. Basically, it was like within like 3 minutes of each other. So they did this, like, so they didn't experiment.
a few $100 stuff.
They're nice. I borrowed our neighbors when we went camping. It worked pretty well.
Someone had like bear proof.
Yeah, I feel like that's the way we borrow something.
You know what bird can you read?
I have although I do have the Yeti can. That thing is awesome. The bad part about it is like the weight of it. You have no idea how much beer is left in the can. So you drink twice as fast because it stays colder. And then you're like, oh, it's still, you know, it's like,
They should come with a warning label.
yeah, they really, it's like all of a sudden you're like, so you gotta be really careful.
That's when you gotta collect them.
They were, it's pretty amazing. I think that those aren't too expensive.
Well, he did a great example, describing the situation, explaining it,
No.
and then having your reaction.
Thank you. So how did that feel? Awkward still? Anybody else have any observations on how it felt to practice those tools?
We don't really know that well. Normally, that probably would be a situation.
Correct.
What was that?
He said since it was with people you didn't know, that it may feel more comfortable with a team member because you'd probably be having an investment in that. Or more uncomfortable. Yeah, it depends on who you are.
Yeah.
But I think it helps you with your choice of words. So we were talking about how, you know, when you're giving that feedback, not just going to, hey, you, Stephanie, you did it wrong, but talking about we as the group, as the team, what can we do together to improve?
So in case you didn't hear that, Jenny, the same, thinking about your word choices, more specifically, what you want to say. Yep. Constructive. So Savannah said it was good to practice positive feedback. And then we've really kind of focused on constructive feedback in this presentation, but there is good feedback. You can tell someone they've done a good job. There's still a good way and a not so good way to do that, right? Because we want you to get practice using this, because practice and exercise builds our muscles. We're going to ask that you find a new group of 3. Careful word choice there. For a new triangle, and practice a little bit more. I know it's like, oh, we just went through these scenarios, but just practicing with a new group, new observations from those people. Choose maybe some different scenarios if you can think of them. So go ahead, move around the room a little bit and find another group of 3.
Hey, how's it going? I don't know you. Sure, I'll go with that.
Well, but I was just with
He was just with me, so
I'm gonna.
we need somebody else.
You can say that you weren't.
she'll know she was right there the whole time.
I need to go find some of those chewy mini sweet tarts quick.
Ryan, you want to do a new Cody?
Boss back in
Okay.
my boss.
Oh. Cody found a new beer.
Okay, well I guess.
Oh my god.
It's just pretend. Actually, you know, I'm gonna stand.
Me and others. Right. Who's doing what? Two negative, one positive, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Situation or scenario.
Yeah, that's what it's right now. Yep.
That's kind of what it was about. Like my job. We have one other Agile coach. So our job right now is to make the organization, help the organization. Yeah. So like, that's why I came to this because I was like, I think it's really like one of our biggest issues right now is what Agile is, getting out of the way of like the process of like the ceremonies and things, and get into the mindset of like ownership and team members and all these things which are just they're not necessarily Agile, but they just help teams be Agile. And so something like this I think would help foster some maybe some movement. We're getting we started making progress, but we're like up against this product manager stakeholders being like, so our product manager they're not really understanding how we're created and so they're like, but it's my value. I tell the product owner what to put on there and stuff like that. And you're like, it's like I always feel bad. I always feel bad for see if I do that awareness, because it's like everyone's being chewed up, even though I feel bad as a giver, because it's like, oh crap, this one's got right. It's like, I think I don't know, you and whatever. I don't know, yeah, it was
Project you're working on.
you know, so I don't know if that was cool or anything. That's a pretty good idea. Support that. So like, work based on it. I think that's now, do you think you try to get to right, like the music or any other ceremony, what they did, what that makes you feel like, there's a lot more to go with it. Yeah, whatever. So if you try to leverage the other way around, they're the ones who put it where we have like an issue where we have I want to make mistakes. It's easier to say. Right.
I would have thrown this really interesting by that. But it's actually fine. It kind of softens a little bit, and I understand exactly how that's
you have the effect, the impact feedback. Perspective is like,
How are you guys feeling about your practice? You want to do more? No. Go ahead, go back to your seat.
The week of the night. The new guy starts tonight. Oh, okay. Thanks. I gotta talk to my wife. Make sure that's all right. I'll let her know.
I want to give Sean some kudos. He came in as we were practicing the first round, and I kind of threw him into the second round of practicing, and he was a good sport about it. So thank you, Sean.
give him a fidget spinner. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for that.
All right, so, thing to remember, feedback is a gift. Take it as one. It means that someone cares. If they didn't care about it, they wouldn't bother. And only you can decide what to do with it. What you do with that gift is up to you. So that is the official end of the day 2 of Agile Camp. Oh, sorry. Oh, we have a situation up here.
I'm not sure I'm ready for it.
Well, I think.
Thank you.
So Jenny just provided positive feedback to Chris by saying he was doing a great job. How do you feel about that feedback?
Well, I feel good inside. I could use more. Just like that.
So as we wrap up day 2, does anybody want to share kind of how they're feeling today, about the stuff we've learned? What are some things you're going to take back to your teams? Heather has a lot of books to read, she says. I'm right there. I have a library of some of them at my desk. Any other thoughts or observations or aha moments from today? Everybody's like, no, we're
I want
just
to
done.
get better at giving feedback.
Get better at giving? Yeah.
I missed the judge one, which I'm disappointed in because I would have loved the rubber band, whatever that meant. But I realized after we were talking, I literally gave somebody some probably harsh feedback that I should have tidied up a bit before I did so. So I feel that. I feel bad now.
Great. I applaud you for that.
Thanks for
That's awesome.
Thanks for giving me that feedback.
It's never too late to
Yeah,
patch
thanks for owning it and correcting it, and I look forward to getting that soon.
Only if it's deserved.
How can we hold you accountable to that? What can we do to support you in that practice?
I guess if I could get vibes, I don't know. I was telling them, a lot of times when I give feedback, unfortunately, it's feedback of somebody else's that I have to feed to someone. So, like, whether it's FSA or whomever saying, we do not like this, or we want this change, so I have to spin that. So I guess if ever I give you feedback and I put them in a different give me feedback on my feedback. Because, yeah, that can be difficult sometimes.
Do you ever share that? Just out of curiosity, do you ever share that with people that, hey, I'm going to provide some feedback and I welcome it as well? Or do you ever kind of reciprocate it or invite that?
Oh, I think I do. I guess
Yeah.
I don't know if I ask for feedback, but I know I do from that. You know, how did I do
Sure.
on that call, or
Right.
what would you have done differently?
Yeah.
So,
So to kind of piggyback off of that, when you're receiving feedback, are you thinking about questions you may ask back to that person giving you feedback? If they haven't practiced these tools, are you thinking there's some things you could ask them to clarify that feedback? Kind of owning, that feedback you're receiving? Say, what prompted this? Can you give me specifics if they're not being specific in their feedback? Kind of help them through that as well. Any other thoughts on today?
Kind of piggybacking on what you were just saying, I realize when I'm receiving feedback, a lot of times I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, okay, and I don't really stop to think, to ask those questions, well, what impact is this having, or what, to really get to it, I just take it lightly, like, okay, you said that, I'm sorry, I'll make it better.
Yeah.
Because that's,
Yeah.
where later I might go, what? Why are we talking about this? Or how is that really a problem? And so that I'll ask questions so I can better understand it.
Right. So in case you didn't hear Christine, she said that she often accepts feedback as gospel, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll change it right away. So now she might think about clarifying that and make, ask questions and not necessarily challenge it, but
Right, but have a discussion.
have a discussion, a conversation. Amy?
sorry, I think another thing that wasn't mentioned, I like to do personally when I get feedback is thank the person, whether it's good or bad.
The gift.
Yeah.
Thank you for the gift.
Yeah, you have an opportunity to do something with it, right? It's your choice how you receive it. Sure.
Something at my previous company that we do is with a big initiative, and I know we had some shared services people in here, but if it was something that impacted a lot, like the whole company, they put up a feedback wall, a physical wall, and provide sticky notes and Sharpies and ask for feedback that way, and say, leave us feedback, good or bad. We want to hear how you were impacted by this. So maybe that's another thing, another way to receive feedback.
Yeah, and you guys can practice that very thing by writing on stickies and providing us feedback.
But
Heather? I think the thing we have to remember is that for the most part, everybody wants to do a good job, and we're doing people a disservice if we're not giving them feedback if they're not doing a good job. I know for me personally, I want to do well, and if people aren't telling me, hey, right here, you're not doing so great, I don't know that I need to fix something. So it is a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but remember, I 100% agree. I have a very similar story that Teresa shared, but part of the reason
Part of the reason you're not there.
But that THINK acronym, right? What is the intention of that feedback? What do you want that outcome to be? Is it even necessary or even kind? I like those last two specifically. Is this even helpful, or it might just be a need? Right? Do I sincerely want to help them? And yes, you're right. I have a responsibility. I talked about it this morning with respect to high-performing teams or great teams, right? Is I have a responsibility to elevate my teammates' game, and conversely to help, because we all bring different things to the table. And the stronger we make each other, the better off we are. And if I hold on to that going, maybe it'll get better. I'm going to start getting some anxiety, other emotions start to build up as a result of it, right? Because, you know, let's go back. If you're not sharing that feedback with me, I think I'm doing a bang-up job because I do wake up every morning thinking I am going to do a good job today, but it's not meeting your expectations yet. I don't know what they are. How could I possibly succeed?
That's a good point, Chris. Like, with that stat of 82% of people, if you're not giving feedback to your team, unless everyone else on your team is giving feedback, people aren't getting what they need. So you need to look for that and try and help those people.
Yeah.
And I think even like with, you may get a chance to work with somebody that's a top performer. Those people want the feedback too, not just, hey, you're so great. They also want to know like little things that they can do so they can do to get better.
So notice how all these sessions kind of roll into each other? What?
That was all me.
Oh, okay.
I'm owning that. That was me.
So if you give someone feedback, it may prevent you from going down the judger path, right? Scott?
I actually got a piece of feedback one time around that judger path. Was in this thing. It's actually helped me through my career. Is you know, in our world now, we're not always talking face to face. We respond to email, we respond to IMs, and during heated moments, sometimes those IMs or those emails can be short. It's hard to read really what's there, especially if both parties are elevated. And I had a manager once tell me, read your email and read your IM 3 times before hitting send. That's kind of that ABCD, that read moment. A lot of times, if you read that and look at that and be like, if my email is less than 1 line or 1 line or less, like that's, I should really think about hitting the send button. And I think that's a valuable thing to keep in mind in that world, in that judger.
Going down the judger path.
Yeah.
Stop and think about how you're going to respond before you do it.
And that email thing, I used to consult and work with some very difficult customers, and I would type up this email and it had lots of emotion, then I'd reread it and I'd try to take out or remove some of that emotion. Eventually, it got to the point where I'm like, you know what, delete. You know, and I call them and talk to them because they don't get what's actually going on through what's written in words. So you don't get the tonality or the pace or any of those other elements that we need as human beings to communicate in an effective way. Words is one thing, and your choice of words is also good, hopefully, but those other pieces come into play as a result. So yeah, good advice.
There's a flip side too, right? Don't assume your tone when you get a one.
Sure.
Not everybody's trying to get feedback 100% of the time. Maybe they really just meant what the word said, and there's nothing else in there. And if you're concerned that there is something else in there, then pick up the phone and ask a question.
Goes both ways. Giver, receiver, right?
We use email, we use IM, we use a lot of very quick, short communications. Just like Heather said, most people want to do a good job. Most people aren't trying to be offensive or corrective in their communication. So don't assume that they are.
Assume positive intent.
Right.
That's probably the assumption we would hope people would go.
I love walking by everybody's computers on the Scrum team, and everybody's faces are on there. Or like one day there was a crazy hat day. That was one of those. So people around were wearing crazy hats, and I saw the people on the screen. So it's really good because yes, we have to go through Jabber and everything else, but sometimes that can be difficult. I don't even remember what conversation Matt and I were having over Jabber, but I was getting mad. And all of a sudden he's like, do I need to call you? Are you upset? And he called, he's like, we totally misread each other. I mean, he wasn't upset, but whatever he wrote made me upset. It was nothing at all. We just needed to talk it out. So make sure you, Scott's like, don't read too much into what's being written.
So who is excited for day 3 Agile Camp?
begging and pleading for everyone to please help us. We have to move all these tables back upstairs to the second floor, and there was about 6 of us that